how the metaverse could spell the end of the internet. Zuckerberg has called the metaverse the next best thing to teleportation. It combines the internet and virtual reality, incorporating video calls, cryptocurrencies, email, social media, live streaming, and gaming. Consider it something akin to the Matrix or Ready Player One, where you're essentially plugged into a fully customizable virtual world with everything you could ever want and more. Welcome to our channel Tech Region, and in this video, we'll see how the metaverse could spell the end of the internet. While it may sound like VR on steroids, the reality is far more expansive. Everything that exists now will be available online, which means that all experiences that you would normally have outside of your home will be available inside. Instead of working on a laptop, you would interact with your virtual office by wearing a headset and participating in virtual meetings. Instead of going to the movies, you and your friends would walk to a virtual screening and sit in virtual seats to watch a movie. Instead of ordering clothing or groceries online, you would purchase them from a virtual store where you could try them on before having them shipped to your home. It would never shut down, run in real time, and have every component interconnected, so you wouldn't have to log in, and output could move fluidly through experiences just like the internet. The name is derived from Neil Stephenson's 1992 science fiction novel Snow Crash. As a successor to the internet, he envisioned a 3D virtual world in which people interact with each other in the same way they do in real life. Although it holds a lot of promise, there aren't many examples yet. How the metaverse might mean the end of the internet? Maybe. The internet was a much wilder and stranger place in its early days than it is now. There were few central hubs, such as Google or Facebook, and you mostly learned about websites from your friends or through links. You remember all of these and spend your time browsing various websites for strange and highly unregulated content. Then Google came along and indexed the internet, providing us with a convenient way to find what we needed. While it was extremely useful, it also homogenized the environment, making our online interactions predictable and routine. That's not to say the metaverse will be as chaotic as the early days of the internet, but those central hubs may lose power in use, paving the way for new ideas, new forms of interaction, and new forms of content discovery. Google search may become obsolete, with virtual assistants taking the place of the search engine. Granted, they'll most likely be backed by Google, but still, keyboards, mice, and screens may also be phased out as we interact via virtual headsets and talk instead of typing. Apps would be rendered obsolete as we would be able to voice command or travel virtually between applications across the metaverse. All of this, of course, necessitates the use of appropriate hardware. Those bulky virtual reality headsets aren't going to cut it. But when you consider what a mobile phone looked like in the 1980s versus today, it's not impossible to imagine that this type of virtual reality technology could become seamlessly integrated into our daily lives. As we spend more of our time conducting business and going about our daily lives through this virtual and augmented existence, the line between online and offline will become increasingly blurred. Of course, all of this is dependent on adoption. While Zuckerberg's metaverse is primarily focused on work and social interaction, the New York Times has already labeled the concept as inescapably dull. Another sticking point is technology, because if it doesn't work, no one will want to rely on it for serious work. While the concept of the metaverse may work well for gaming and entertainment, it is probably a decade or two away from being fully integrated into our daily lives. But then again, we didn't expect QR codes to be so popular just a few years ago, so who knows? It's also easy to dismiss the whole thing as a techie/gaming thing with limited appeal. But keep in mind that 67% of Australians play video games, and many millions more tune in to watch live streaming gaming events than they do sport around the world. Whatever happens, some of the world's largest corporations are already pouring billions of dollars into the concept. And with that kind of heft and profit-making potential, it's unlikely to go away anytime soon. And with that being said, it's time to end our video. What do you think about the metaverse? Let us know in the comments. Like this video and subscribe to the channel for more amazing videos like this. We'll see you in the next video.